and DC are the most renowned comic book giants of all times. So here is a video about top 10 facts of Marvel and DC. Before the X-Men comic books, Wolverine was originally an enemy of the Hulk. In the 1974 issue of The Incredible Hulk, issue 180, the original Wolverine did not have retractable claws, but instead he wore gloves with claws attached. He had animal-like senses and rage just like Spider-Man. Gotham City was actually named after a small jewelry shop. Batman's famous villain, the Penguin, was inspired by the advertising mascot for Cool cigarettes, a penguin with a top hat and a cane. Iron Man was created by Stan Lee as a challenge to create a hero that no one should like and force people to like him. The guy who created Wonder Woman and her lasso of truth also created the first lie detector test. William Moulton Marston was an American psychologist, inventor, and oddly enough, a comic book writer who created Wonder Woman, one of the most iconic female superheroes of all times. Imagine for a second world when Marvel bought DC Comics. Back in 1984, comics were in the dumps and not many people were buying them. And certainly, no one cared about seeing them on the big screen. Noting that Marvel was doing better commercially than DC at the time, Bill Sarnoff, head of Warner Communications Publishing, approached Marvel editor-in-chief Jim Shooter about licensing the rights to the DC universe. Shooter declined, claiming that DC characters wouldn't sell because they weren't just very good. The Joker was originally supposed to die in his second appearance. He was saved, however, by editor Whitney Ellsworth, who saw the potential of the character to grow. In the early 1990s, Michael Jackson tried to buy Marvel Comics just so that he could play Spider-Man in his own produced movie. Superman is the most iconic superhero from the DC universe, but there is a funny fact about him. There are over 20 different types of kryptonite, including Captain Marvel's journey started when DC sued Fawcett Comics for breach of copyright, claiming that their character Captain Marvel was too similar to Superman. So, obtaining the rights to the character, DC started using him, their version being a guy with a cape, until Marvel eventually obtained the trademark, thus forcing DC to call their character Shazam. In 1996, Marvel and DC Comics created Amalgam Comics that joined their two universes together, thus resulting in characters such as Dark Claw, which consists of Batman and Wolverine, Super Soldier, which is Superman and Captain America, and Iron Lantern, which is Green Lantern and Iron Man.